welcome back to my channel. So today I will be making smoked turkey legs, red beans and rice from a box. I did not feel like doing the homemade thing today. And then I'll be making some fried cabbage to go along with it. I have 2 pre-cut sheets of aluminum foil. I'm just going to sprinkle some of my favorite roasted garlic and herb seasoning in the middle, and I'll place my turkey leg onto the foil. So right here I went ahead and placed my turkey leg on top of the roasted garlic and herb seasoning that I showed you guys. You don't really need to add anything that has a lot of salt in it as far as seasoning, because turkey legs are kind of already salty a little bit. So the roasted garlic and herb seasoning that I did put, it has a really little bit of salt mixed in to the blend. So I folded one side, and I'm gonna do the opposite side the exact same way, and then place it into this foil and repeat the entire process again. That little hole there is one of the main reasons that I double wrap my turkey legs. You want to try to keep as much steam as possible inside of your foil, and double wrapping it obviously helps ensure more steam stays in, which will ultimately make your meat a lot more tender. So that's what I'm doing here, just wrapping it the same way that I did it the first time. Turkey leg all wrapped up, and my oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm gonna go and wrap the rest of my turkey legs that I have here, and then I'll be back to show you how I place them in the pan with the water. But I have my turkey legs all wrapped up. I'm gonna start placing them into this pan that I filled with water, and I just set them in there. And then I kind of do them the opposite way. So then I put them in the oven, and I let these bake at 350 for about 3.5–4 hours. The water is gonna boil out of the pan, and it might even look like the pan is burning once the water boils out, but it's not. It's just like the turkey juice and stuff seeping out of the foil into the pan. And these can be reheated, so I was asked to make 2 pans so that they can eat it for lunch tomorrow. Okay, so to go along with the turkey legs, I'm going to do some fried cabbage, and then I'm just gonna make a little box of the red beans and rice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my cabbage cut up, and I'm gonna soak it to let it clean, and then chop up my vegetables for my cabbage, and I'll be back. And now I just filled my bowl of cabbage up with water, and I'm gonna let it soak, and then I'm gonna mix it and rinse all the cabbage off, and then get ready to fry it. And I didn't do anything fancy here. I just followed the directions on the back of the box. I added a little bit of liquid smoke so that it can have the smoke meat flavor, because if I would have made them fresh, I would have obviously used like a smoked turkey tail or something like that to add the smoke flavor to the beans. Okay, so I got my vegetables all cut up, and I leave my vegetables kind of chunky, a little more on the chunky side. I'm gonna heat my pan up to maybe about a medium. Heat your pan to about a medium to high heat. Fill the inside of your pan with some olive oil. And since we are frying cabbage, you do want to cover your entire pan with the olive oil. So while that is heating up, I put the peppers in first. So
once my bell peppers start sizzling like this, I say that they've probably been cooking for about 5 minutes, and you see the grease is popping everywhere. Then I add the onion. And then once the onion kind of gets caramelized, then I'll go ahead and add the cabbage in my seasoning. And you can really use whatever color bell pepper you prefer. But sometimes I'll do red and green, or I'll do orange and green, or whatever. I'll switch it up. I think it's cuter with red in it. So I'm gonna let these go ahead and cook and soften up, caramelize for a little while, and then I'll be back to add the cabbage and the seasoning. So now the onion is about caramelized. I don't want to burn the onions or the bell peppers, so I'm going to go ahead and add my cabbage in now.
So right here, I'm just adding my cabbage in. And once I get my first half into the pan, I'm just going to mix it around and getting all the vegetables and the cabbage combined together. And I just keep mixing and breaking down some of the chunks of the cabbage. And then I'm gonna go in and add my seasoning. I'm using that roasted garlic and herb seasoning again. Yes, anything that I season my meat with, I usually like to season my sides with as well. This is another garlic and herb seasoning. This one has black pepper and salt also. I'm just adding that into the cabbage. And then I'm also going to add some of my Tony's Creole seasoning. This is a Cajun seasoning, so it'll make the cabbage have kind of a kick to it with the spice. And then I just mix it around and getting everything mixed in together, still breaking down some of those chunks. And then I'll add the second half of the cabbage into the pan. And then I'm just placing it wherever it can fit.
And then even with the cabbage, I leave it pretty chunky.
I'll just keep adding the cabbage in there. And like I said, just place it wherever it can fit. I like to keep my cabbage pretty chunky. So right here, I'm just gonna place my lid over my pan and I'm gonna let it cook for about another 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'm gonna do like a flip method and flip the bottom cabbage over to the top. So what I'm doing now is taking everything basically from the bottom of the pan and flipping it and placing it on the top. So right here, I am just breaking the clusters down and mixing everything together. I also usually do a seasoning check, and I just kind of add seasoning as I go if I need to. And that's really up to you, how much flavor or seasoning you want to add to your cabbage. Placing the lid on my pan and letting it cook for about another 5 minutes. Right here, I tossed the cabbage again using my flip method, and now I'm just gonna cover it and let it cook for another 5 minutes. And I like my cabbage still kind of textured, so I do not let my cabbage cook until it gets soggy. I let it still have kind of a dense textured taste.
So I just took a pan of the turkey legs out of the oven. I let them bake for, I want to say about 4 hours. I really try to let them bake until all the water that I put in the pan is out. And then I just kind of cut it open.
This was a little difficult trying to do with one hand. So just bear with me.
And then you can see like all the juices and stuff that did remain. But there's a lot of flavor in there, but let me show you with a fork how tender.
And of course I had to take the first bite. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below.